Alright, so previously mentioned in my last videos, I need to replace the fans in the bottom CV-2800 because when I'm listening to movies and whatnot, it is absolutely unbearable to listen to with the fans that are currently in there. They are so loud. So in today's video, I've got some Noctua fans that I'm going to be using in replace of the fans that are actually in there at the moment. And also just quickly before, there's been a bit of a discussion that I've been seeing in the comments about these rear speakers and the passive, the passive pre-assembled crossovers, and how I understand they're not very good, but these rear speakers I honestly use that rare, and as well I understand there's a huge boost in treble, which I kind of need because these are at the back of the room, they're facing off me, they're completely off axis, I'm literally 90 degrees from where the tweeter is facing, so I need there to be a massive boost in the treble for the treble to be relatively audible from where I'm sitting anyway. Plus, they're just sound effects speakers, so they don't need to sound super great. Something like my towers that I'm not going to show in this video, but the builds are coming very shortly. Again, passive pre-assembled crossovers, however, they have been actually matched relatively nicely in that the four woofers will have, you know, similar decibel ratings to when they match over with the planar tweeter. And it all sort of works much better than the rears did, or do. They still sound great in the video, by the way. There is a ton of treble and I should have re-recorded it. The actual microphone was sitting about probably 5 inches above the tweeter, but way away from the woofer, so it does sound very treble heavy. I will do an updated sound demo on these because they actually do sound much better than they did in the video. The low end is actually really good as well. I need to get some measuring mics that actually have a perfect pickup because I've just been using some sort of little Zoom recorder thing. So I'll eventually get that when I have enough money to do that. But anyway, for today's video, I'm going to be replacing the fans in the CV-2800 down here, which is going to be a massive pain to get to because I've got to remove... Ooh, we saw a little spoiler there. Let's just block that out. I have to remove this EQ, then those 2 amps to get down to that final amplifier there, so I can finally swap the fans over. Okay, so I have my mic set very sensitive at the moment. As we can see here, I have a decibel meter that is currently sitting here recording the ambient the ambient sound in this room, which seems to be about 44 to 45 decibels. And now what I'm going to do is switch on the CV-2800 now with the new fans and see what decibel rating we get. And then I'm going to we'll hook the old one back up, turn that on and see what sort of ratings we get out of that one as well. So let's get the ambient sound. So anywhere between 43.8 and 44.2, very silent in this room. I only have my receiver running at the moment. Now let's turn on my new Cerwin Vega amp with its new fans. And we've gone from 43.8 to 44.2. to now about 44.5 to 44.8. So very, very minimal difference here. We can hear from the couch, it sounds absolutely silent. You can probably just barely hear the fan spinning in the back. I've just got to be really silent here talking. I'm off axis from my shotgun mic, but I can still see I'm peaking occasionally. So if I sound like I'm whispering, that's because I am. But as you can hear, the fan is extremely silent. And I can feel the air pushing out the front of the amplifier because I'm pushing it out instead of sucking it through, because I believe that cools it down better. But anyway, let's leave the mic on the same settings. Let's leave this in the exact same position, and let's hook the top CV-2800 up and see what the difference is. Alright, so I now have the top CV-2800 plugged in. Let's hear what the ambient sound from that is, and you'll also be able to hear it now on my microphone too, hopefully. So as you can hear now, it is very loud and very distracting. My decibel meter here was averaging about 55 decibels after I turned the amplifier on. So obviously a very, very big difference compared to the very minimal half a decibel difference I get with this bottom amplifier. So definitely a worthwhile upgrade to change the fans in these amplifiers for something much more silent. And the results speak for themselves. It's going to be much more enjoyable when I'm listening to movies, and that's not going to be as distracting, or if at all. Alright, so there it is, quickly swapping the amplifiers out of that bottom CV-2800 amplifier for some nice Noctua quiet PC fans that aren't going to bother me when there's quiet spots in jazz music and movies and things like that. So if you guys have enjoyed this weird style of video that was just a random changing things up, make sure you chuck a like on this video, subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video, and I really hope you enjoyed this one.